It's time for the Loco Sports Lowdown. Here are your hosts, Justin Jarrett, Wes Kerr, and Max Araj.
Hey, Loco Sports fans. Got the whole crew here again tonight, although Max is sort of only partially here. He's in the car, so that's always a dicey situation on his way home. Got Wes, Max, and JJ along with Marcus Walsh. Always pleased to have you with us, buddy. And it is
happy to be here, fellas.
It is a bit of a slower night tonight. We get to catch our breath a little bit. We all stayed home and stayed in from the cold, except Max, who had to work. And checking out a little USCB basketball on the Peach Belt Sports Network. Men are at halftime up 3. Women lost a heartbreaker, 2 points.
Yeah,
overtime. Really.
Yes, yeah. And Gattosi had a great look at what would have been the game winning, most likely would have been the game winning bucket. Couldn't quite find
probably
a way
to foul, but late in the game like that situation, you don't get that call very often. Whether you should or not, actually tonight on Under the Bus, Rich Basirico went in on the idea of not calling the foul in that situation because he says it's often done under the guise of not wanting to impact the outcome of the game or decide the outcome of the game, but in not calling a foul that should be called a foul, you do in fact impact the outcome of the game and in often cases decide it. So I don't know. I'd have to look at it again, but Bracken felt like she got fouled. There was some contact there for sure. I can't say I watched the game like closely enough, detail oriented enough to know how they were calling it tonight. But I do know there were not a lot of fouls called late. So I don't know. It was a tough game. They had certainly opportunities to win it and couldn't quite get it done, but they played really tough on the road against one of the better teams in the conference. So, it's one of those, had no business being in it and stayed in it and had a chance at the end. So guys
that's all you can ask for at the end of the day.
Yeah, really.
I mean, to win at the end.
I just hope they got out of there healthy because I know Arnold got banged up late, and then I think somebody might have left earlier before I picked it up because I heard them talking about 2 major injuries tonight. And then we saw Sheridan Bostic, the Jackal, who had another big night, made 5 threes. I think she had 19. She was also
he's fun to watch.
So hopefully they're okay.
Fun to watch out there.
Just got to run it back Saturday on the road again. So. But the Loco Sports Lowdown tonight brought to you by our all-star sponsor, our original sponsor, Mickelson Law Firm. Been with us since the beginning, and they can help you with all your legal needs. They'll be right by your side no matter what you need. Our official real estate closing attorney and presenting sponsor of our Hilton Head Christian Academy coverage. But Mickelson Law Firm is your one stop for all your legal needs right in downtown Bluffton. And they're our all-star sponsor, our original sponsor here at Loco Sports with us since 2017. So we really appreciate their support over the years. And speaking of Hilton Head Christian Academy, they were the basketball games going on tonight for the most part, 2 out of the 3. Girls took it on the chin, 63-11 to a powerhouse Heathwood Hall team. I think it was like 56-7 at halftime or something. So tough one there. Guys, haven't seen the final yet on that Heathwood game. So still looking for that one. But that's what we got going on tonight. How are you fellas doing today? How was your day?
I'm
doing well.
Tired alongside you. It's been another long and cold winter day here. But it's always nice to kick back and watch some basketball, especially this USCB basketball. To see the Win play a really competitive game. They had a chance to win at the end. Unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be, but they're definitely grow as a team, and love to see them be competitive as they were on the road, and another chance on Saturday. So I'm optimistic about the women's team and the guys in a heck of a battle as expected against this Bearcat squad. So excited to see.
Speaking of the Sand Sharks, take a peep in the green room. We got a friend joining us tonight, Bracken Lambert, host of the Sand Shark Rewind, sports information director at USCB. What's up, buddy?
What's up, guys?
Tonight? Watching on the stream with us?
Watching on the stream. I got it up on my TV, so just catching up. And yeah, that's a long drive to go up there for a night game.
Yeah, the picture is not great on my TV. It's a little pixelated. It looks a little like the corner 3 should be automatic fading away.
That's right. Guarded 3.
But no, you thought she got hacked? On that
100%. 100%.
Sand Shark basketball, baby. They kept calling Sharks.
I mean, again, it's like you told me in the text message, like they don't want to be in that call. Here, let me mute the game. But they're making that call by no call. I went back and watched it, and definitely looked like she was hit. You know, I would have liked the chance to take the lead right there,
right,
or to tie it.
Man, I thought that last shot in regulation from the Jackal was going. I literally thought it went in. It looked like it went in.
She had 2 looks at it right there at the end.
Yeah.
I know. I'm a little surprised by the play call. I mean, I know Sherry's got the hot hand and she's been killing it
too.
But all you need is a bucket. All you need is a foul, honestly. And Ari's probably your most efficient free throw shooter.
Really good foul shooter, and you give her a chance to finish at the rim. Yeah. I thought they might just keep it in Jay's hands too. She had the hot hand late after really struggling early and then getting in foul trouble. She came back from the foul break and hit like 3 shots in a row. So I thought they might just let her go ISO and try to get something. But I mean, they got good looks. They got 2 good looks, and that's all you can really hope for.
I mean, but if you look at it from last year, she like that game's completely. I mean, it was a 30-point game last year,
right?
25, 30-point game. I can't remember what the final score was, but I mean, to hang in there and to put together a strong outing like that, I mean, that just proves how much the depth, having Lydia back, having Janiyah healthy, having Sharon healthy. Let's just hope that.
Yeah, it's one of those deals where, like, if you had told me going into the game, like, hey, we're gonna lose by 2 in overtime, I'd have been like, oh man. Great fight, ladies. But then the way it unfolded, it didn't feel like a moral victory. It felt like, dang it, we should have actually won that game.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bree's injury definitely impacted them in crunch time. They're down ball handlers again at the end.
Yeah. I mean, apparently Tanaya got hurt just, listening to the broadcast, not sure if, how great that is. I didn't see what happened to Bart. I just saw that she was on the ground.
Yeah.
And then they said Sherry was over at the training table. I mean, again, you can't take what they say to heart because you don't know 100%. But man, that's never a good sign, especially when Sherry's out there. With how of a hot hand she's got. I mean, that's 12 threes, and she's made up every 3-pointer that they've made all season.
Yeah. It's crazy. She's been shooting the lights out, and like you said, it just completely changes the dynamic entirely. Yeah. So you hope she's okay, because it's a different team with her out there, being able to stretch the floor, make that 3-point shot. Yeah. Guys are looking good. The Jackal had her sneaker off, I'm told. Well, she had a foot problem earlier in the year, so hopefully that's coming back.
I'll send her a message and just give her a little checkup, see how she's doing. So
but guys are fixing to start the second half any minute, up 31-28. Been kind of a scrappy game. A lot of defense for the most part, although USCB had a couple little runs, but Lander always had an answer and got right back in it, tied it back up. USCB another 7-point run to get back out to the lead, and then Lander closed the half strong to get within 3. So should be a good second half up in Greenwood.
Lander hasn't hit a 3-pointer yet, so I mean that's 0-5 from 3-point land. So let's
be doing their job defensively. That's great to see. If they can hold that into the second half on the road, that would
not much of a crowd up in Greenwood, and they don't get too excited about much.
I've seen much bigger crowds around the Cove. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I got to talk to Donald about that list, that number of it on the attendance. 231. I got to go more than that. That definitely looks like more.
Felt like more than that.
Yes.
Is he just guessing like we used to at the baseball softball game?
Yeah. 17, the 77. So, but all right, fellas. Well, I'll hop off here for a little bit, and then if y'all are still on by the end of the game, I'll hop back on.
All right, man. Sounds good. Do well.
Good to hear you, buddy.
All right. So we got the guys back in action there. What else you guys what else came across your radar today? I don't have a whole lot as far as planned topics go.
One thing that I did learn today, and it affects our WHHI schedule, is that we were looking to possibly broadcast the Buford Academy Hilton Head Prep game at BA the Guys action, and we were told today that game, we don't know if it's going to be canceled outright. BA is going to try to find another date, but for some reason next week does not work. So we will start our schedule coming up on 21st with JP2 and HHCA. And that will give me a chance to see HHCA one more time, as I saw JP2 last night. And I'm going to plan to see HHCA against the same team. Next Friday, they take on Wilson Hall at HHCA. So I'm looking to get another look at Wilson Hall, get a better look at the girls, because I'll definitely try to get there for the entire girls game on the lake last night. And so that's my plans for next Friday. Thank goodness there are no college football playoff games going on, and I'll be able to watch a little bit more high school basketball. So that's one thing that came across my radar rather early this morning with everything we had going on today around Bluffton. It was a good deal that had happened early this morning that we found out about it. So that's one bit of news from the Low Country, and we'll see when that game will take place. Figuring that it will for the guys, and looking forward to seeing the Hilton Head Prep guys in action. It seems like for Buford Academy, and we've talked about it over the course of the last few years. Back in the glory days of Nate Lipsey and certainly Wilson. Amarion Wilson used to play for BA. We actually covered him in a game a few years ago before he ended up going off to Bridges Prep. Just seems like it's not quite the same team, but they do have some former or some football players that translated over to basketball, so that's a little feather in their cap.
Yeah, they don't have a whole lot this year on the basketball front. They're struggling, and the first game against Prep was rough. So
yes,
I don't know that it really benefits anybody for them to play again. I think it was like 66-11 or something like that.
That's right.
So I don't know that they need to play again, but I do have a couple other. I do have a score, a wrestling score. Buford goes on the road, takes down Hilton Head 48-29 in a region duel.
Wow.
So that's I thought that would be a pretty competitive match. I didn't think Buford would win that one quite as convincingly as it is. That's a good sign for them.
Agree with that. Yeah. Good to see that kind of parity here in Low Country Wrestling. May River was they still are the gold standard. Don't get me wrong about that, but Hilton is taking a step backwards in my opinion. But good on Buford. It's all about getting those football players out to the wrestling mat sometimes and building up those other athletes who don't play basketball. And you got your specialized guys who have gotten into wrestling, especially in the past few years. So it's great to see some more competitiveness in the wrestling mat, and that's a big dual win, a region win for Buford.
Indeed, it is. I'm going to try to check down some other scores. Bluffton was at Bishop England along with Colleton. Benedictine and John Paul II were at Bridges Prep for Military Appreciation Night, and then Whale Branch and Woodland at Battery Creek. So, that's accidentally.
To go back to BA and Hilton Head Prep, if that happens, do you think that if it doesn't happen, Hilton Head Prep would find a replacement?
Hard saying. Doubtful.
It's a little bit different with basketball, I understand, with the schedule the way it is.
It's not the same with football
area.
where you
It's unlikely. It's hard to make a match at this stage too, especially who wants to go play Prep? Nobody. Hey, you want to come play us Tuesday with no scouting? No, thank you. We're good. But it is what it is. Those teams don't need to play each other again this year.
I'll definitely let you all know if there's a date that works for that matchup. We'd like to get.
But speaking of Hilton
Prep on there,
they played tonight. Yeah, I told you they weren't going to have no trouble with Bethesda. 68-25.
Yeah.
Ty Harpering at 28. Brennan Moore with 15.
Nice.
They were the damage doers.
I was thinking,
Harpering, really good day.
I was thinking about going to that doubleheader a couple of weeks ago, but then I was able to get a really good look at both teams in the Bobcat Classic, so which certainly helped out with the plans that I had going for today.
Sure. Yeah, so Harpering's plus minus was plus 41.
Wow. Oh. Goodness.
So is Billy Barron's. That's crazy. That's crazy efficiency.
Wow.
Yeah, right. So yeah, they won that one good. Only one we're looking for, I think, is basketball-wise, is the Heathwood Christian Academy boys, and then this USCB men's game. Oh no, JP2 gets Bridges by 1 point. So the last match, Bridges needed a pin to win, but teched him on accident. Lost track of the score, got up by 15. Match ends. You only get 5 team scores instead of 5 team points instead of 6. They lose by 1. Benedictine is down, surprisingly. Prep took down Benedictine 51-30, and I'm sure we'll get a score at some point tonight or tomorrow morning from Greg Lawrence on their match against Benedictine, but I'll assume they won that. There's some more wrestling. I'll try to get some more scores as we go along. Con at 3. Plus 41. Let's see who else we got. Better Creek was at home. Was there any news out on the social medias today? Anything good?
Locally, not too much.
I don't think I really caught anything.
Not much locally.
Yeah, I haven't seen nothing either. Except I did get. I thought I had gotten them, but I haven't seen them come through yet. I think I have your videos, Wes, somewhere.
No, from last night.
If not, there's a really good video from Jakai Morrow that has some cool highlights. That I reached out to Jakai, and I think he's going to be Team Lowco in it with us a little bit.
Yeah.
So he's doing a good job. Video work. We're going to get more kids involved.
Yep.
Now, Sand Sharks in a battle up in Greenwood against Lander. Lander 2-0 in Peach Belt play. Sand Sharks 1-1. Would be a huge road win. Oh, let's go.
That's the 6th triple for USCB.
He's been on fire.
They can shoot it.
They can score 3. That's their thing. They're going to shoot them whether they're making them or not.
I remember seeing that last year in the doubleheader that I had. Just really great talent on both teams.
Good one going. Yes, Sand Shark women lost. If you're just joining us, they lost 66-64 in overtime. Overcame a 14-point halftime deficit. Had a look at it at the end of regulation, and then had a good look at the end of overtime as well, and couldn't convert. But really good effort from Sharon Bursick's team on the road tonight. And they'll be on the road again Saturday at Georgia Southwestern. Is that right? On Saturday? Does that sound right?
Yes. I saw that earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it sounded right. Yeah. That's right. Then they got Georgia College and Georgia. Who else? Next the week after that. North Georgia. Georgia College and North Georgia. North Georgia women are real good. Bracken reports that the Jackal says she's all good, just a little tweak, nothing to worry about.
Great to hear that.
That is excellent
awesome
news. She's been a game changer. Well, while we think about other topics, let's shout out some sponsors. We got our MVP sponsors. If you need a new hoodie, and it is definitely hoodie season, you can check out Base Hit Life, our baseball and softball apparel sponsor. They got all kinds of cool T-shirts, hats, and especially hoodies. Got to have one this time of year. Go to basehitlife.com to live your best base hit life and get your style going. We've also got homegrown home inspections, best home inspectors in the Lowco. They'll make sure that home is good to go. And if you're building a new home, you got to have that phased inspection. They'll check on it every step of the way and make sure it's built right with homegrown home inspections. Hospice care of the Low Country is now one of the many prongs of Mirasol Health, providing compassionate care for life's most challenging moments. Hospice care, obviously a beloved nonprofit here in the community for a number of years. They've branched out. They're doing many more things now. So Mirasol Health, the new name, compassionate care for life's most challenging moments. And USCB Center for Low Country Hospitality Education, all kinds of great programs to teach you about the Lowco and why people love to come here and move here. Check it out. They have a beautiful campus on Hilton Head Island, the USCB Center for Low Country Hospitality Education. And speaking of USCB, Sand Sharks up by 3, second half at Lander. Big Peach Belt game going on tonight. That's our main thing tonight, boys.
Yeah.
Yep, that's
it.
it.
Here's good news on Bridges Prep Wrestling. They got Jerry Chavez back. Jeremiah Chavez, their top-ranked heavyweight. He's back from injury and won both of his matches.
To the corner. The 3 from Williams.
That's great. Great to hear that. Bridges Prep growing their prowess on the wrestling mat is alongside so many other of our schools around here. Wrestling getting better and better. I am getting pumped, as are so many. We have a lot of Notre Dame fans around here in the Low Country.
Yeah.
I think more so. I think a lot of people have grown to be Notre Dame fans just with the play of Jalen Sneed, having one of our own over there. I think that has inspired a lot more, especially Hilton High School. You see a lot of Notre Dame attire and gear because our guy Jalen Sneed is getting ready to compete for a spot in the national championship game. Now, Pringle got to the Final Four, I believe.
He did with Alabama.
So we have another former Loco standout in the national semifinal.
Yep.
Let me ask you guys this: do you see any upsets in the final 2 games? Right now, Ohio State and Notre Dame are favored.
At this point,
Ohio
I
State, Notre
don't
Dame,
think they would be upsets.
Yeah, I don't either.
The line it's Notre Dame by 1.5, and Ohio State's fair by more 5.5. So maybe you can call Texas an upset if they win it.
But I think Ohio State and Notre Dame.
I agree as well. They might be the overall favorite to win it all at this point. If they continue,
I think Ohio State's the favorite at the moment.
No doubt. They absolutely creamed Oregon on New Year's Day in the Rose Bowl. Just reminds me a lot of that first playoff year when Cardell Jones got hot at the right time alongside the Ohio State team. It just seems like it's really similar 10 years later to what we're seeing here in the first 12-team college football playoff. But I think that Michigan loss kind of that fueled them in a special way. And in the past, when you lost to Michigan, you were done. Your season was over.
Yeah, that was it.
That was it. It was either Ohio State, Michigan. Whoever won that game moves on, and whoever loses has to play the bowl game.
There was an argument to be made that we already had a deeper playoff. It was just that the early round games were conference championship games and things like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of people are saying 12's too many, 8's the number. I actually would rather go to 16 personally, and let in all the conference champions, and make it more like March Madness. But that's the way I do it.
Yeah.
But hell,
I love being traditional.
Celebration Bowl champion there. Bring it on.
I like being a traditionalist. I like the way that I like 4 or 6 or somewhere around that range because. But then the thing that was during this year was the seed thing, because you had your 1 seed, your 2 seed. Obviously, Oregon deserved a spot in. Georgia, maybe, but if you're looking like it was a smaller playoff, but Georgia had a case to be the 2, because obviously they won their conference. But then Boise State and Arizona State. I mean, it's really. Although Arizona State did put a good fight, but I did.
Yeah.
So
they did.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it didn't make sense.
I understand the case for it just because of if all the 5 through 8 seeds win, but then again, were the 5 through 8 seeds like should they have been 5 through 8? So that's
No, they shouldn't have. I mean, if you seeded it just based on the rankings, they would have been 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I like 6 teams because, or 6 or 8. 6 or 8 would probably be perfect for me.
8's probably fine.
Yeah.
It's probably fine.
Yeah.
The cool thing about 12 is it gives more programs a realistic chance of making. You know, I mean, when you go to 8, like, it's a pretty limited number of teams that really have a realistic path to get there.
Right.
I mean, on top of all of that, you know, it was a rough week for Kirby Smart. Of course, losing his father.
Yes.
Oh no. Yeah,
that same week losing that game. So, you know, that couldn't have made it any easier. But, you know, I agree. I think 12 is too much, but I don't think they're going to change it anytime soon.
They're not gonna condense at this point.
They're not going to take away games. Like, the games make them a lot of money. They're not going to take them away.
Especially the on-campus games. I think there was a lot of demand for there to be games on campus.
Yeah, and I guess that was part of my beef was that you could only play in an on-campus game if you didn't have a bye. You know, like that's why I'd rather it was either 8 or 16, so that everybody is involved in the on-campus games on one end or the other. Because that felt really strange for there to be 4 teams hosting first-round games, but none of them were the top teams. That was strange, and didn't make a lot of sense. I would almost rather they play the first-round games as the bowls, and then play the semis at the home sites. Like that would be hype.
Yeah.
But that would be also a massive advantage in a really big game.
What was the other thing I saw? I saw someone said they should make the Rose Bowl game the national championship game.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I necessarily agree with that.
They would have to rotate it
playoff game because there were years during the 14 playoff where it wasn't, and it was just yeah. So I'm glad the Rose Bowl means something in terms of like playoff, and it's a playoff game every year now, so that's good.
Right. And this year having a true Rose Bowl game within the playoff was pretty awesome.
Although the game was
not very, it was all Ohio State.
And
I mean,
even back in the BCS, even back in the BCS days, the national championship wasn't at the Rose Bowl every year. They rotated between the Rose Bowl, the Sugar Bowl, the Fiesta Bowl, and the Orange Bowl.
I will agree with you that
in our day,
Marcus, it was a true Rose Bowl game this year, but it was the worst out of all of those games. I'm just
saying in terms of the matchup with the Big Ten and the Pac-12. Yeah.
And what should have been a really good matchup between those two teams just turned out to be
it should have.
Yeah.
Next, what happened to Dayton tonight? Losing to UMass.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'll tell you what. There's a ton of parity in that conference, so none of that ever surprises me.
Yeah, you just never know what happens in the Atlantic 10. It's just always just crazy when it comes to basketball.
Or college basketball, for that matter. Some wrestling scores from the Crick. Battery Creek 52, Woodland 18, Battery Creek 54, Wall Branch 21. Good night for the Dolphins.
Very good night.
By the way, I still think Dayton will most likely be a tournament team despite that loss. They've got some really good wins. They beat Marquette. They beat Marquette. They beat UConn, who's still number 2 in the country. So I think they'll be fine as long as they don't completely slip up. They should be probably the best bet for the conference to get in that large team. So I think Dayton will be fine.
It'll either be Dayton or State Bonaventure that will win that Atlantic 10 conference because those are the two best teams.
Yeah, I mean, VCU's already VCU will make a case. They seem to be always up there.
Thanks, Kev. Appreciate that.
How about Kev?
St. Louis had a good year as well.
Tough finish. And one.
Knocks it down. On the and one.
He's so tough. He plays so much bigger than his size, Kev Price.
Rattling up by 6. Midway point.
I think Price is listed at like 6'2", isn't he?
Yeah.
God, he's big. He plays on the block a lot. Yeah, that's on now.
Love the hustle they're playing with defensively tonight, especially that first half.
Weird
They
seeing them in the Navy, though. We always see them in the white at home, so it's weird to see them in the Navy.
It is weird. It is weird. It's strange because I always see them in the white, and this is not normal to see them wearing
I
navy
will
blue.
say, I love those Navy jerseys.
Yeah, they're sharp.
They are so sharp. Very good looking jerseys.
Just strange.
I was so happy when I saw them debut these jerseys, both the white and the navy blue, because I was like, God, those look so great.
They're slick. I hope they get some Carolina blues at some point.
Yeah.
That'd be
or whatever it is. Coastal blue, I think they call it, but we all know
coastal blue.
20 to shoot for Gaines.
I'm typically more of a dark jersey guy as opposed to the white. I think you can get more creative looks and just a little bit sharper looks with colored jerseys as opposed to just the white. It doesn't matter what team. For the most part.
White clean. White clean. But yeah.
3-point game.
Oh.
Leonard the block.
No, goodness.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Chaos.
Keeps it in play.
Buddy comes up with it.
Sand Sharks get
Oh,
back.
no.
And they turn it over
Oh,
again.
look at
Get back.
Hot potato. Who wants the basketball?
Oh my goodness.
What a
Really turned it up
sequence.
here lately.
That was a pinball
Good luck
game.
scoring that one.
Yeah, good thing you and Donald aren't on the case tonight.
Man, the dozens of
you
fans,
lost. You got away
the
with a
12
walk.
fans
Hey,
that are at this
geez.
game are going,
Boom.
there we go.
Oh,
Let's go.
money in the
Man,
bank.
that one play must have been the loudest that arena got tonight. I mean, my gosh.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's,
All of a sudden,
dozens of-
8-point lead for the Sand Sharks.
yeah, the 12 fans there are going crazy.
Williams able
Yeah.
to follow.
The dozens of Bearcat faithful.
Yeah, right. I hate making fun of them, but I feel like this would be watching like them playing a pickup game. That's actually a college basketball game.
Seems pretty quiet in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
so- Oh, that's a great board by
Great
Huddy.
board. Great board.
Holy cow. And a
What a
fine.
pass back out.
Oh. That is
What a
that's what I
fine.
talk about all the time.
Absolutely
What a
gorgeous basketball
detail.
right there.
This is the right time to go on a run. Yeah.
This
Hey,
is good
good
basketball,
stuff.
man. They're playing good ball right now. Ever since that pinball game.
Lander needing an answer.
Man, we got to have more Sand Shark
Leonard
road trip watch
responds on a
buddies. It's
baseline
kind of fun.
drive. Steal a long three.
Oh my God, way out.
it's
Oh,
wow.
Ooh,
Big
look at
dog.
that.
Going back and forth. First three of the game
Lord.
for Tim.
Big dog
Steele.
got him,
First
man.
three of the game at the
That
8
was
minute
from
mark
the
of
orchard.
second
That
half.
was
If
so
you
far.
Land,
Sheesh.
Bono,
If you ain't
Bono.
watching Peach Belt basketball, you
what are you
missing out.
doing? What are you
It's
doing?
fun. It is fun, man.
Gaines undone.
Chaotic.
Especially the dudes. I mean, that
Eyes
women's
on
game
the
was great
rim.
too, but the guys, the
Trips,
level of play
whistle,
among the guys
foul on
is just
Lander.
tremendous. Again, this is a
It's on another level.
TB team picked to finish last in the league. Like that's how good the league is.
Yeah.
Under 8 minutes.
By
to
the way,
go.
if they win this game, they'll be
A
undefeated in
classic
conference,
Berlin
won't they?
No,
No,
they're
they're
1-1.
2-1 if they win. They lost to
They're
Augusta.
1-1.
Oh, that's
lost
right.
to
Yeah,
Augusta,
that's right.
December,
That's
the
right.
December
We'll be back
conference
after
game.
this.
Yeah.
But there's only a couple undefeated teams still. Like I mean, everybody's already beaten up on each
Yeah,
other.
it should be a scrap.
That's what I love about college basketball. You just never know what's going to happen.
Never
when
know,
conference
and
play
especially when it's
begins.
getting to March. Yep.
All right.
For a moment. Still looking for scores from Bluffton's duels tonight. They had Colleton and Bishop England in region matchups, but don't have that one yet. We'll keep looking, and we'll keep waiting on this USCB men's game to come in for a landing. But we'll shout out some varsity sponsors. We got DDS Web Design. They build, host, and maintain websites. So if you need to get found online, go to ddshhi.com and they'll get you started. Parker Law Group has all kinds of services, legal services in Hampton, Colleton, and Jasper counties, serving the Lowco frontier and helping us shine a light on more deserving teams and student athletes around the Lowco. Dr. Ambrose Cole, our official chiropractor, he's at Rooted Living Wellness in Bluffton, and he'll get you feeling right, mind, body, and spirit. And Reverence Wrestling Club, the official wrestling sponsor of LowcoSports and presenting sponsor of the Lowco Grind. Then again, only occasionally makes a road trip. I think he made the road trip to Augusta for Education Day to entertain the church.
Yep.
But typically, no, he's usually he's a bit of a homebody. As Sharks go, likes to stay in friendly waters. He did.
Man, by the way, back to the Ohio State State Notre Dame topic earlier. I can't stop watching that video between Coach Payne and Jalen, which has been making its rounds on social media. I think the NFHS Twitter page posted on it there. We love this moment between Notre Dame's Jalen Seaton and his Hilton High football coach. This goes to show how big your impact can be on student athletes. Right there. Got to live that out.
Not just
grew up there to Seahawk.
Norton dumps it down for gains. One more down low. Price.
So tough.
That could play inside there.
So good around
the roll.
Guy who's 6'2". I mean, it's unreal.
Steele to the corner. Dunn back to
That's a
Steele.
good reversal. Good closeout though. Got corral. Offensive rebounds killed the women.
Oh yeah.
They gave up so much.
Oh man, they just keep the threes are starting to fall.
Yeah, they didn't hit any in the first half. Bracken said, right?
That's right.
Now.
3-point game suddenly.
They are definitely hitting now. This is every USCB men's game, though. It's never easy. It's always
the meme that I'm gonna kill myself, and then sometimes nice we won, but sometimes not.
What did I miss? I literally went to grab a glass of water, and it's now a 3-point game.
They started banging threes, bro.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So Lander got themselves back in it, knocking down some long balls.
Yay! Wonderful.
Oh boy, here we go. It's a 1-point game.
We got a ball game.
Always is. How many overtime games did we have last year at the coach? Seems like we had a ton.
Oh,
too many.
Yeah, way too many.
Man, Spanos got that one up quick. So yeah, they were. We said they were 0 for whatever.
0 for on threes in the first half.
0 for 12.
Yeah, you got live stats up. You
Yeah.
can pull up those 3-point shooting percentages.
Yeah, they were 0 for 6 from 3 in the first half, but they are 3 for 9 in the second half.
Yeah, you kind of knew it.
I'm back in it.
Kind of those.
And, I mean, USCB just, because they depend so much on their defense to set up their offense, when they don't put buckets, they can't set up that press.
Yeah.
They'll give up runs. They'll go on runs, but they'll give up runs.
They need to make stops defensively right here and wait for to get the lead down there.
Huh.
5.5 to play.
Huddy.
Bearcats only team without a player over 6'7".
Wow.
Really? That one big guy's not over 6'7"?
Apparently not.
He's a horse. The one that was in there earlier, number 7, I think it is.
Yeah, that dude's definitely 6'6" and like 3/4.
Yeah, he's tough. And he's thick too. He's strong.
Yeah.
He was a problem for him earlier. Well, USCB's tallest player is 6'7", right? Is Easton their tallest player at 6'7"? They don't really have much size either. So it makes this an interesting matchup. They're very similar teams. I would say Lander has kind of controlled the pace better tonight than USCB has as far as playing at the pace they want to be at. But we still got 5 minutes left, and
indeed,
we put up about 20 points in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, Huddy knocks him down. He was averaging like 4 points a game, and he put up 23 the other day, and he's having another game tonight, which is great. They need him to be that guy. That's awesome.
Indeed.
Yeah.
He's got 14 tonight.
That was just a little off. Good defense indeed.
Yeah, I think Norton deflected it. Yeah, he's got 14, 5 boards. No, 7 boards. 4 assists. Man.
Here you go, Marcus. You were talking about Dick Vitale last night. Well, he is, of course, cancer-free, and that he said he will be returning back to ESPN for basketball.
Just a matter of when. He had his appointment with Dr. Steven Zeitels in Beantown.
So I'm cancer-free, baby. Free with
Just a matter of when.
Price, the big body gives it up. Lewis a
Lewis for
3.
3. Splash!
Oh, big.
You know that he'll be broadcasting one of the semifinal games, and then in the Final Four and the national championship for ESPN International. He's been doing that for years.
Okay.
With a barrage of different play-by-play guys that he's worked with. He's done that with Brad Nessler, Brian Custer, Dan Schulman.
Yeah.
Three to name just off the top of my head.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm sure he'll be back doing that again.
This game's nuts.
It is nuts. Here's a game that was nuts also today. Wes, you mentioned Dayton taking down UConn. Well, Villanova took down UConn tonight.
Ooh.
68-66.
Tassos Spanos. I don't know if he has a nickname. I call him the Greek god. Tassos Spanos.
Zeusman.
Marcus announcing a gender reveal as Vicky V. Can we get that?
And you even said, Kev, that
it's
a girl, baby. You're gonna have a girl. Get her some pink stuff.
Oh, look who's back. Brack Daddy.
So, guys.
Brack Daddy, yeah.
Oh, on cue. 3-pointer top of the key.
As we go splash.
Up by 4. As we go down the stretch. Under 40 play.
Boy,
just hooted and hollered.
Sticking to him like glue on that pass.
Oh, my.
They are going toe to toe.
Wow, this is fun.
12 of
stressful. I'm sure stressful if you're a big Sand Shark fan as we are.
Actually, this is the one that makes them 12 of 30.
Yes. What a shot. Oh, corner 3. Corner 3.
Somehow this is
I just realized that Kev is close to breaking the all-time scoring record.
The all-time
Really? Wow.
What do you mean?
Like beating Marcus's record from last year.
Single game?
No, I mean just overall.
Oh, surpassing him as the career leader.
Yeah.
The program leader?
How about that?
How many do you need tonight?
I think he's not. It won't be tonight, but it'll be this season.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh,
Nice.
great.
Tell you what.
Great move.
Got 4 in double digits. 5 in double digits now. 5 in double digits, and Spanos has 8.
As we say over my neck of the woods, what a 10th round this has been. We got Norton with 14, Eason with 13, Gaines and Lewis with 11 apiece, Price with 10, Spanos with 8. That's some good balanced scoring.
Hold on,
Gaines really impressed me last year too.
What's that?
Let alone Gaines really impressed me from the doubleheader I called last year. He really impressed me, but Marcus Overstreet was man among boys out there.
Yeah, he was
last year. But this has been great to see the
still but the boy
revamped team.
He was like 18 years old. 19
Yeah.
That's crazy. He's doing okay. Mercer, he's not starting, but he's averaging 10 minutes and averaging 5 points and 3.5 boards. Not bad.
All right.
Not the numbers he would have been putting up here.
Double if he was still here.
Well, yeah, he'd be averaging 20 and 13 if he was still here.
Easily.
Oh, yeah.
Kev's 22 points away from the total.
22.
Chance to get that.
457 was Marcus's total.
What was it?
457.
457. Wow.
Well, that is the career record.
That's the career record for now.
Bracken, do you think that might happen on Saturday?
Man, I don't know. That
I mean, it's possible.
They are at Georgia Southwestern
We
for
got
a Saturday
2:27 left.
Saturday night ball game.
I mean,
At the
there's
Storm
2.5
Dome.
here. So if he gets another 2 points, maybe. I mean, Kev's not big scoring this year.
Yeah, well, he's not a guy. He's a guy who's going to consistently give you 8, 10, 12. He's not usually going to go off for 25.
Yeah, he's not going to go off for a big number. There's a chance, but we'll see. It'll happen. I would love for it to happen at the whiteout.
That'd be cool.
That'd be great too. Yeah,
that'd be funny.
It
When
very
you
well
stop
could.
the game
It
to
very well
announce
could. Coming up a
that
week
he's
from today.
broken the career scoring record in your second year of
It'll
basketball.
be against Georgia College. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you've only had a program for 1 year, so the career scoring record is a funny concept.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
right.
I think Kev's got a chance if he has a pretty good rest of the year. I mean, he'll probably finish with 600 or more, and then maybe if he has a really good year, his senior year, he'll break 1,000, which would be ideal.
You know how many he scored at his last place?
Yes, because I did the math. I got to go find it. Butler County Community College didn't keep a lot of good stats.
Look. Oh, they are excelling with their passing inside down the stretch here. 75-71 Sand Sharks.
Now, will Kev get a year back since he played JUCO? This ruling holds. Have we talked about that yet?
Not yet.
The offices?
Not yet. They haven't. It's right now. It's only for
big
NCAA Division I football.
There we go.
Really?
That's a big time rebound.
I don't see how that can be. How that can hold up. Title IX alone would seem to me that you would not be able to extend that kind of benefit only to male athletes.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Let's go.
Works on Pritzel, lays it up.
Oh, smooth.
Cold-blooded Kenny Gaines. More wrestling scores. Bobcats sweep tonight up at Bishop, England. They beat Carleton 60-24. They beat the Bishops 46-34. So Bobcats
very
up
nice.
It's still a 4-point game with 1:06 to play.
4-point lead, 1:06 to go, boys. A good one going. Both in the bonus, no double bonus yet. USCB's got a couple fouls to give before they get in the double.
Actually, no, they have one remaining. USCB have 2. Both teams.
By the way, Marcus Overstreet has had a decent season over at Mercer this year. I actually gave his stats a little bit ago. I just gave his stats a little bit ago. He might have been out of the room. 5 points, 2 boards, averaging 10.1 minutes. Yep, that's right.
Bracken, last time you were with us on Sunday night on the Rewind, we were talking about your Southeast region rankings. Where did the Sand Sharks check in?
They checked in at number 8.
Yep.
So dropped 1 spot from the last time. Lander and Augusta finished 9 and 10,
which was weird because Augusta beat us head up, but.
Yeah, that was strange.
And then North Georgia dropped number 4. Lenora Rhines at number 1. So, you just keep this up right now, and then this is gonna be.
Well, I mean, this would be huge on the road. Like Peach Belt road wins, period, are not easy to come. But
well, you know what the thing is, I mean, this is just me personally, just from like they've played 2 true home games all season long. Like
they're home on the road.
they're okay.
Warriors they grinded on the road and they picked up some wins. And they've shown they know how to close out games. They have a chance to do that here with under a minute to go.
They also wear a chip on their shoulder, so I think they like being the villains, being the bad guy.
They do.
Yeah.
To play with that edge.
Some teams do.
E on the right block. Trying to huge turnover, but ran a lot
I'm just a little bit ahead of y'all.
Are you?
Here. Yeah.
All right, don't spoil it for us.
I'm not.
We'll shoot 2.
Yeah. No, I mean, that was one of the things that I was like, man, they're so far. You know, they're playing so fast. You know, playing so many road games. It's really tough to, you know, to gauge how
know them. Yeah, like
Yeah.
you don't feel like you know the team yet. Like we're
because
so
I mean,
early in the team.
the only game that they lost on the road is at Augusta. You lose a neutral site in Savannah State.
Oh, we lost at Fayetteville State, right?
Oh, and Fayetteville State, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean that was one, but I mean that's a
Now it's a 3-point game.
that's a game where you're like, oh man, you know, it's the second day of the year. You're getting right back into the swing of things. You only get 1 day of practice because you're.
Yeah, we did not shoot well.
No, I mean you couldn't hit the bronze. They couldn't hit the bronze side of the bar in the second half.
Yeah.
2-point game with 31
They probably could have hit the broadside of a barn, but they couldn't throw it in that little orange. Yeah, fooling around against the press here. 27 seconds. That's still anyone's ball game.
Yeah.
We've got a timeout on the floor. We got a 30. We'll keep it here.
We got a 30.
That's right.
Either that or illegal touching, one or the other.
Yeah.
I always look for the ref when they call timeout, see if he's going to go 30.
Yep.
Or,
Got it.
oh.
And this one, I mean, I really do think that this is going to be like this will be the moment that kind of can change the entire season because, especially with how Ron talked about Lander, you know, they play apparently they play a very similar game to we do.
Yep.
They live and die by the 3-point ball.
5 out. They don't really have a big.
They got Noah Dunn, man. That man's massive.
That's a big boy.
He's thick, but he ain't 6'7" or taller, apparently.
Yep. All right, they're gonna foul. They send KG to the line. Sorry,
Wait, I skipped it to second. You still have
Sorry.
Skip it ahead to what was supposed to be the present moment.
And there it is.
Still way behind.
Man, we are really
way behind. Yeah, they just fouled him.
Look, I'm skipping. That's as far as it'll go.
Yeah.
That's weird. Weird, man.
I gotta get used to trying to talk to you guys.
Now we're buffering.
What just happened?
You just started the whole game over.
Yeah, I don't know what to do now.
Great, yeah, let's do it.
Oh, there we go.
We
Spend
way
another
behind.
2 hours here.
I
on the
don't have
show.
that kind of time, fellas.
No more spoilers. All right, 2 more hours, guys. We're just gonna do this whole basketball game.
Oh man,
KG knocks down the first. This one's huge.
Marcus, was it
Making
you
a
that the other night
two-possession
who mentioned
Yeah,
they were
it
going to
is.
have NHL games in Miami?
Oh, the
What's
outdoor
that?
game.
Yeah,
Who
that's
was that?
gonna be a fun one.
Stupid.
Well, guess what? They're adding on. They're going to play at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa as well. I'm just like, but I don't get it. I just saw that today, and I was like,
Especially ice so nice, we'll do it twice.
Yeah, so nice to do it twice.
Not sure how
I
the
can't wait till
hold
they
off.
cancel the second one after the first one's in the box.
Take a look
you
at
know,
that pond
that's
over by
guys
that
in
palm
double
tree
figures
over
now.
there.
Yeah.
Good grief.
Already had.
Wow.
Did you
Look
have
at that.
five?
There's sand on the
Yeah,
rink.
I already had 5. Spanos has 8, so
Come one ice very soon.
Oh, I thought I heard 4.
Somehow they will magically do it.
I corrected it to 5 after I realized there was another one.
Yeah, Dylan's got 11, so I was like, oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah, he's knocked down a couple big ones.
He's 3 for 4 from 3-point land.
Yeah.
Man, like you said, having Dylan there,
it makes a huge difference.
knock on wood. You know, if this score holds, the men's team has matched their win total from last year.
Really? Against a much more difficult schedule.
Yeah. A much more difficult schedule.
Yeah, the non-conference schedule was much tougher.
Yeah.
They were 8-2 going into.
No, they won a
8-1.
handful of games in non-conference last year, but they did it again against tougher teams. Now they're finding success so far. If they can close this one out,
That's crazy.
Just do not foul.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he didn't. Oh,
Oh, come on, Bracken.
Ah, we're gonna kick you out.
Andrews moves quickly.
It's not a foul.
Spins in the air was foul.
That isn't a foul. Why?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
It's like this.
Oh, come on.
Are you serious?
Again,
Referee
Gravy. Serious.
Swallow it, Bo.
Wow.
I can't tell how serious you are.
That's unreal.
Are you serious?
Needs the ball to bounce his way.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
That's awful. Awful, baby. Awful. On the line.
With capital A.
On the line. Misses the first.
If not, it'll be wraps.
The math ain't going math.
Whenever someone says, "Are you serious?" and asks it like that, all I can think of is Ron Burgundy. I'm Ron Burgundy.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
Gaines leads the way with 15. He's 4 of 5 from the line.
Oh man.
Mark twice if you're in Milwaukee. Not bad, man. Pumpkin Baxter. This burrito is delicious. Boy, is it filling.
Oh man.
There it is. Sharpie it, boys.
Oh, come on.
I'm gonna go ahead and Sharpie it. They ain't scoring 5 points in 12 seconds.
Out of the game. Gaines at the line.
I've seen crazy.
Now 6.
Basketball. It could take a lot
It
now.
was a cucumber.
And that put on ice. Torn Andrews down the lane, uncontested.
Make the layup.
I guess
Still
it's technically not over.
6
They could
seconds.
steal it and get a 3.
6 seconds.
Need a 5-second call.
Gaines with 5 seconds. Didn't get
There we
fouled.
go.
And now here comes Lloyd.
And that will do it.
Wow.
Great win.
How about that for
A
some ball
massive
work?
road win.
That's
Ronco
What
Dallas
is
Sand
Lander
Sharks.
crying about? Hey, what are they crying about?
81-78
Game
over.
over.
Does the team travel by bus or personal
Personal.
vehicle? They're definitely on a bus.
Well,
They
Chip
are on the
Music
Shark-
will be
yeah,
blasting on the guys' side. On the
Kevin,
way
they're
home.
on the Sharkmobile right now.
Sharkmobile will be
Shark
nuts.
Express. The Arctic, that's odd shaped.
Will be lit.
The human
What?
torch denied a bank loan.
What is going on, Kevin?
It is
What?
officially Loco after dark hours.
Let's hear Lander be a big
Gotta love Kevin Libby.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure what he's referencing at the moment, but
I don't know what he's doing.
We love you, bud.
He makes some comments and I'm just like, what?
he do be doing that. So
And-
the Sand
And
Sharks.
again, to go back to the fact that I told you guys again how I met him. You know, I've known Kevin for a decade. It's quite a ride.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
These are Ron Burgundy quotes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I wasn't thinking
Oh
about
yeah, I
that.
do remember. Okay, I
the
was
bank
thinking-
loan, yes.
Smith has odd-shaped feet. I was remembering that for some reason.
Yeah.
By the
By
beard
beard.
of Zeus.
By the beard of Zeus.
Tried out a new thing called jogging, or perhaps
Dude,
it's
I want
jog.
It's
Kevin.
jogging.
You know what? Next time Kevin's on air, I want him to go, I'm Kevin Libby.
I'm Kevin Libby. All
Yeah,
right.
we could do that with our first
Um,
game JP2HHC. I'm Marcus Walsh, and he could be like, and I'm Kevin Libby.
You can say I'm Kevin Libby. Fitz McGee is on vacation.
It doesn't matter. I mean, dude, it's crazy because I'll be at that Christian Academy game just because I'm gonna.
We're planning on having you on in
Yeah.
the second
Yeah.
quarter if you're
You're
still
gonna
up
be
for
an honored guest.
No, I will hold Kevin Libby to do that in the first episode, just the first game,
Kevin
just so
Libby?
I can.
Oh,
laugh about it.
we'll get that. We'll get
Oh,
that
yeah,
done
we're
in the
gonna
first
do it.
quarter
Put it on the
before you take
prompter.
the
He
seat.
will read it.
Put
Yes.
it on the prompter.
Also, one thing you may not know about Kevin Libby is that his apartment smells of rich mahogany and leather-bound books.
That's right.
Well, the Loco Booster Club supports us, so please support them if you have the occasion. Court Lifestyle Pros, Daniel and Debbie Court, there with Charter One Realty. They want to bring you home to Hilton Head Island. Eagle Creations has promotional items and custom apparel, plus much more. Go check out their showroom on Argent Boulevard to see what Bill and Mandy can do for you. Jay's Barbershop, place to be in Ridgeland. Whether you need a haircut or not, go in for the conversation. Come out looking stylish at Jay's Barbershop. Barefoot Floor Care of the Low Country. Get your floors so clean your feet will thank you. Dirty, sticky floors, no more with Barefoot Floor Care of the Low Country. Hudson Seafood House on the Docks, presenting sponsor of Under the Bus. New episode tonight, so check that out. It was a good one. He's back on U.S. soil. Well, back in the contiguous states, I should say. He was in Hawaii for quite some time. But Hudson Seafood House on the Docks, also a great place to eat. They are, I think, going to shut it down for a couple days because it's real cold. But then, you know, they'll be up and running soon. Go check out Hudson's. And Hurricane Sports Cafe, the place to be in Hampton if you're hungry or thirsty. Stop in for something to eat or drink and say hi to them for us. Parting thoughts, gentlemen. Bracken, you are our guest, our true guest tonight. Parting thoughts on the Sand Sharks tonight or otherwise?
Man, I'm still just kind of not in shock. I mean, I knew that they were going to play. It would be a tough game, but I mean, the fact that Lander went 0 for 12 from 3-point land before hitting the first one, or 0 for 11, whatever it was. I mean, that's the big difference maker. I think, you know, is they just couldn't find the range. But I mean, Kenny Gaines led the game with 17 points. Hudson with 14, Dom with 13, Dylan 11, Kev 10. And like you said, Tasso had 8. I mean, truly the only person that was in foul trouble was Dylan, and he had 4. Everybody else was sitting at 1 or Kev had 3. Everybody else was at 1 or 2. And that speaks volumes from the way this team plays, because, you know, they are aggressive and they are going to foul. I mean, that's what everybody knows. If you remember the first Augusta game last year, Dip Mitras losing his mind on the baseline because he's like, they lead the team and they lead the country in fouls.
Yeah. Well, but he
played defense
doing the
on
stupid thing that coaches do where they say that the fouls have to be even on the board. Like, no, there's no rules that both of you are going to foul the same number of times.
Yeah.
And we don't have to keep the fouls even. That's not a thing. You call the fouls.
Yeah,
I mean, more fouls at one end than the other.
My favorite part of that game is that he was playing defense against KG. I mean, oh my goodness, you know,
he's one of the most out of pocket coaches I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, he did get ejected later in the year against Clayton State.
He was out of pocket. He was out of control at that game in our place. He was like
fair. Oh, I can't wait.
Fingering the refs to come over there so he could scald them. Like, like what is going on?
Yeah, that's a continuing joke. But no, I just cannot wait till he gets there. This on March 3rd or March 1st. That game, we need to promote that game.
Are you gonna instruct the student section to troll him? Like,
dip. Hey, we need to have like a little group meeting beforehand. I think that's something that we should talk with Justin over at Housing. You know, they're really pumped for the game on the 15th. You know, that's going to be the first game back. We're going to try to start a tradition, Whiteout Wednesday. Thanks. The first Wednesday home game back from break. So anybody who's watching, come on out to the Cove, get your tickets online at uscbathletics.com and wear the white, man. It's going to be.
I am pumped.
Game. So
it's going to be a terrific atmosphere.
Max, get over there.
I will do my best to get there.
Yeah. Great win tonight. Proud of both teams. Proud of the women too, with how they battled, how they played. Took it overtime against a solid Lander team. Came up short, but step in the right direction, in my opinion, for the women's team. And a heck of a win tonight for the guys.
Yeah, I did hear back from Sherry, and she said she's fine. I don't know if you mentioned it on.
That's good.
I don't know if you mentioned it when I texted it to you.
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
I sure did.
Yeah.
Kevin Libby says the student section trolling needs its own advisor. Might have to bring Josh Patterson back in to advise on.
If you bring JP back and he starts showing off the belly, man, I'm done. I'm done. I mean,
he would pull up his shirt and slap his belly right behind the basket when they were shooting free throws last year.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you know, Finnegan. I heard from Finnegan, and he will be back. He got caught in some storm or something like that. I don't know. He's whatever. You know, I don't know what.
Don't always add up. You're like, were you in the trap house, Finnegan?
Yeah, he texted me, was like, "Hey, I'm sorry I can't be there." I'm like, "Bro, okay, whatever."
He can text.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it, but he maybe he uses
probably speech to text.
Yeah. I mean, there's only a few people who've actually heard him speak, so okay. Who knows? I think you're one of them.
I am. I've heard him speak
back in your days.
I have spoken from inside of him.
Yeah.
I think inside the belly of the whale.
Wait, isn't that first picture of Finnegan with Ace and Cocky and that's you?
That's me at the State House at Carolina Day State House.
Carolina Day, yeah,
yeah.
Well, Finnegan has grown.
He's a lot taller now than he used to be,
and he's got hella good dance moves, man.
I'll tell you what.
He can ride a scooter now.
Those kids love to go out there at halftime.
He definitely could not ride a scooter when I was him.
Yeah,
I love those dance parties over at the Cove with Finnegan.
I know. We need to get the student section out there. Also, let me tell you this.
Let's do a mass TikTok dance with Finnegan in the student section at the Whiteout.
Let's do it. Yeah. At the Whiteout, the halftime show. There's going to be a halftime show. Is going to be. It's because it's co-sponsored with what?
Kid Ninjas?
No Kid Ninjas yet. I still gotta go talk to Chuck Elias. JJ, you just need to come with me. Like, let's just go over there. I don't know if he'd remember me or not, but we are doing mattress racing.
Oh, nice. That's a phenomenon.
So we're gonna get 4 mattresses since it's co-branded. The event is co-branded with our collaborating with Housing. Justin Shelley brought over a mattress and we tested it last week, and it is fun. Both Dom and Christian were looking at me like I was crazy. But I mean, shoot, it got like 10, 12 feet on every slide. So, you get a probably take, if you get enough speed, you're going to fly. So,
that's so much fun.
That'd be great.
We'll make sure that one stays on the broadcast, and maybe you can do a little play that one.
I don't know. I like to catch my breath at halftime.
Yeah. Well,
come on, Justin. Come on.
Maybe we'll get the microphone. Oh yeah, they finally got the new speakers up, so the gym will no longer have speakers on the floor. Man, it's all coming together.
It's coming together. Let's go.
Slowly but surely. But yeah, I mean, tough one for the girls, obviously, but I mean, a huge step forward in the guys, man. That's a huge win. And that just, you take that momentum going into Americas next on Saturday. And so it's a night game. You get to go up really early and just enjoy it. So
Fun.
Yeah.
Saturday night basketball.
Other parting thoughts, gents?
Yes. First off, just wishing everyone well in the California, especially Los Angeles region, with the fires that have unfortunately continued to grow around that region, and sadly, 5 people have lost their life. And over 1,100 buildings have been taken down by these wildfires. Just terrible news across Los Angeles, around that area, and so wishing everyone safety, and hope that everyone around there will do the right thing and find alternative ground to survive this thing out, because it is scary. Just seeing the video and seeing how this fire has engulfed this area, and just how innocent it can spread, or how innocent it can start, and it just spreads, as they say, like wildfire, and it's just horrible to see. So sending all my prayers and well wishes to everyone out there in California. And then so they they postponed the LA Kings game that was supposed to be there tonight, and the NFL is in talks potentially with moving the playoff game featuring the LA Rams this weekend. So certainly, I wonder if they consider a neutral site, and I believe they thought about
Arizona is what
Arizona.
Yeah.
Arizona is where they're looking.
Yep.
So that'll be an interesting development, but first and foremost, hope everyone stays safe around Los Angeles. And, that's awful.
Yeah, I've seen some videos. It's scary.
It's terrifying. It's spreading so fast. Like it's crazy when you see the video of it. It's insane. We don't have to worry about that here tonight. It's going to be 28 overnight tonight.
Great.
None of us signed up for this.
Why we moved down here?
I'm okay with it. Hey, in Pennsylvania, it popped up on my memories that it was 49 in Bluffton when I was 7 in Loretto, Pennsylvania. This time, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once it got to 20, it was just cold.
Yeah. It's a real.
Where's Loretto, Pennsylvania, Bracken?
Central. It's about 2 hours east of State College. 2 hours.
That was when he was a grad assistant at St. Fran Pa.
Just the intern.
His was St. Fran. Just an intern. That's
just
right.
An intern.
Graduate was at Cumberland.
At Cumberland, yeah.
That's
a after dark conversation.
That's a whole other. Yeah, that's a whole other era.
That is we can do that off. We can talk about that one off the air. But no, I love my time.
Hours.
for the most part.
Marcus, do you have a parting thought? You're in a new casa.
Well, not so much new for me, but we did move officially Sam and the cats in today. That was a big thing for us. There's still stuff at her place. She's going to be looking to rent her place out, so we'll be going back and forth still to take care of some things. But the Penny adjusted very, very easily. Amy, it's taken a little bit of more time to get adjusted, and I sent a couple of you guys some pictures. Been a good day. Been a very good day.
Any other parting thoughts from you, sir?
No, that's it. Just a busy day with that.
I don't know if you guys saw, but Clemson's landed another transfer for their football team. They're pouring it on now. I don't know why, but somehow Dabo Swinney, either Dabo Swinney or Clemson's just made Dabo Swinney change his mind. I don't know, one or the other. But they landed former 5-star commit from Alabama, Jeremiah Alexander, the number 1 edge in his class when he came into the college football team.
Change his site.
Big pickup.
Yeah, huge pickup. So he's now added on to a Clemson defense that has added Will Helt from Purdue, who had a great season this year for Purdue, and multiple other players that Clemson has picked up, including, I believe, Jeremiah Smith, the wide receiver from Southeast Missouri State. So it should very interesting that Clemson has now gone towards the transfer portal.
This new culture of college football.
Look, I'm just going to say it's about time. It took them long enough, but it's just very interesting just knowing that Dabo Swinney was basically the one.
He was totally against that for a long time, and now all of a sudden he's buying into it. So
changed his mind
for
some reason.
Yeah, very weird. Unusual. I don't know.
Very principled man, He always sticks to his principles.
No, he doesn't.
It becomes very inconvenient to stick to them.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. And look, I'm a Clemson fan, and even I know he doesn't stick to his freaking principles. So
I know. He just claims to. Claims to be a principled man. Got my digging.
Also, I don't know if you guys saw the Atlanta Hawks Utah Jazz game last night and how it ended. So Colin Sexton for the Utah Jazz drained a 3 to tie the game up with, I think, 2 seconds left in the game. Atlanta gets the ball to Trae Young, shoots from half court, makes it in to win the game.
50 foot. Wow.
Did right at the half court line. Got to check it out. If you, for those of you who haven't seen it, go check it out. It's absolutely insane to watch. And I was so happy just being an Atlanta sports fan. I was very happy to see that.
We got a big one in the NBA tonight. The Cleveland Cavaliers against the Oklahoma City Thunder, the matchup between the best two teams, I believe, in the league right now. The Cavs at 32-4, the Thunder at 30-6, and they are matching up tonight. And
get it up
I believe the Cavs won it 129-122. So the Cavaliers get it done in the high stakes matchup against the Thunder.
You a Cavs guy, Marcus?
I am certainly. You know,
I remember I was interning at WHHI in 2016 when the Cavs came back from down 3-1 to beat the Golden State Warriors in that classic Game 7, and there were a lot of happy people around there on that morning after.
No doubt about it. I was one of them.
Bob Stevens as well.
Great. Yes, indeed.
Max, I see you have something for us.
It is the Trae Young video.
A little show and tell.
Awesome.
A little show and tell for those of you who want to watch it. Here we go.
Utah starts the movement. Collier. It's deflected by Daniels. Sexton got it.
Oh.
And watch this.
Hawks don't have a timeout.
Trae Young. Let it fly.
Oh, how deflating. How deflating for that crowd after Utah tied it up, and all of a sudden Trae Young goes.
I was a very happy man last night.
That was fun.
Very happy man. Very, very
all right,
happy.
Boys.
Yeah.
Well, I got nothing to add to that.
I got nothing else either.
I think we TCOB tonight, boys. Slow night, but we got a lot done. We accomplished a lot tonight. I don't know what we accomplished. We didn't really accomplish anything except keeping people entertained for a little over an hour and letting them know what's going on the Loco sports scene. So I guess that counts for something. So thanks to all of our sponsors, especially the OGs, Mickelson Law Firm, our All-Stars. Thanks to Bracken for popping in and always keeping us posted on the Sand Sharks. We'll see you again Sunday night for the Sand Shark Rewind. And thank you, gentlemen, the best wingmen in the business. For Wes Kerr, Max Araj, Bracken Lambert, Marcus Walsh, I'm Justin Jarrett. Thanks so much for stopping by. And until next time, go Loco.
The Loco Sports Lowdown podcast is a production of Loco Media LLC and LowcoSports.com, an independent media outlet providing grassroots local sports coverage in the South Carolina Lowcountry. We are sustained by community support from sponsors and patrons like you. Get in the game with a monthly pledge of $1 or more at patreon.com/LowcoSports to keep us going and growing. Go